I would say what drew me to Auburn would be, the type of offense that Coach Malzahn ran. Getting recruited to Alabama, and after I got there, Coach Saban wanted me to play cornerback, and I never played defense in my life. And I knew I needed to be in a spread system and be able to, get split out wide and run those speed sweeps. So, the perfect offense would be Coach Malzahn and his spread offense. So that's what really got me to make that transition. Seeing it from both angles, being on both sidelines, it's different. Alabama, the way they run things, and Auburn is totally different. Alabama is like a military mindset, and Auburn is, family. We love you, welcome. Auburn fans are great. To this day, they still support me, always checking up on me. Actually still stay in contact with a lot of them. But Alabama fans, you do anything bad, they are going to talk about you. But when you're doing good, they're all for you. But Auburn fans, they give you a little leeway. So you can mess up here and there. You're going to get your criticism, but they still love you. Alabama, you mess up, throw you down the drain. The typical Alabama fan, arrogant, bossy, think they know everything about football and can predict every game there is. They just think they can run over anybody and think that, every team's gonna lay down for them, which is not the case. They'll find that out this year again. Auburn fan, not as arrogant, bossy, but they love you, very supportive. I don't know, there's something about those Alabama fans. It's just, things I would never forget. Kick six. That would probably be one of the games I'll never forget. People ask me about it, and I never knew we had Chris Davis on the back end, under the goalpost waiting. I was watching the kicker the entire play, and he kicked the ball, and I'm watching the ball, and as I see the ball is going short, I see Chris Davis standing there. I'm like, okay, maybe we got a chance. And before you know it, he breaks it and he scores, and game's over, we win. So I was just in shock. I stood there, and everyone's rushing the field. You got fans rushing the field, and I'm just standing there like, is this real? The biggest hit I ever had was from Deion Buchanan, Washington State. It was a speed sweep coming around the end, and I'm watching the defender on the outside because I'm getting ready to cut up field, but he was at safety, and I didn't see him rolling down. It was a good hit. He got me. And he was known for big hits, though.
So you're telling me the Pac-12 man is the biggest hit you had in the SEC?
Hey, he got me when I wasn't looking.
Man, I wasn't expecting to hear that.
It meant a lot, and it still means a lot to me now, especially with it being right at home. Like I said, my hometown is 15 minutes away. We have a couple Auburn fans. Well, we have a lot, but not as much as Alabama. But just being there, having that home connection, Auburn right there together, and you feel loved all the time. Like I said, Auburn's it's a family environment. They welcome you with open arms, and anytime you need anything, anytime you need help, they're always there. They're always supportive, and to this day, I still receive support from coaches and fans, and just the support staff that I had when I was there. They're still supporting me now. So, it's something that I have for life, and just something that I'm really thankful for. The NFL is fun, but it's a business. College is a business, don't get me wrong. But, now it's real. It's really a business. And being in college, you're still that teenager, you can't get cut if you mess up too many times. And, everyone really has their set position. If you're first string, you're first string, second string, whatever. But now in NFL, you can have a good 1 or 2 weeks, but then next week you have a bad week, maybe looking for another guy to replace you. So just really just having fun and going out on Saturdays and just having fun with your brothers. The Auburn-Georgia rivalry is the oldest rivalry in the South. And I think a lot of people don't realize that was before actually, Alabama. They don't bother me as bad as Alabama, but that's another good rivalry that we have. And throughout the years, growing up and seeing the rivalry that they have, it's a great one, and playing in that game, it means a lot also. I know Coach Malzahn, he has a great game plan. It's going to be phenomenal when that time comes. So just do your job and make big plays and just have fun, and it all come together. He's very paranoid on game day. He's someone who you kind of step back from. You don't want to bother him on game day. He's always off to himself, always thinking, always wondering about something or a way that another team is going to get an advantage on us. So I wouldn't bother him on game days. I never did. I stayed away from him. You know, I was mainly around my position coach, Coach Horton. He's a great coach, but he's someone who, if we had any questions, you would go talk to him. Don't bother Coach Malzahn on game days. Coach Malzahn loves using different types of backs. Throughout his career at Auburn, he always had at least 3 backs in the backfield. And I think that's one reason that Auburn will be able to beat Alabama this year and even beat Georgia. You know, with Petway, you have, he's the downhill back, and then you bring in the speed back or the change of pace back. That's one thing that's going to really switch up the game. But also, it helps keep the backs fresh. You don't have one guy in there taking all the pounding, taking all the hits, but just move it around and rotate the guys in and out and make the defense tired, wear them down, and before you know it, you may have the speed guy taking it 60, 70 yards because the defense was wore down from Petway.